You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, General Hospital fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I just want to talk about the ginormous favor that Carly Spencer did for Nina Reeves, but she had no idea she was doing it or what kind of gift I think it is going to be for the woman that she hates. Of course, this all started with Carly trying to save a life. She succeeded with that, but she also may have accidentally given her rival a really big boost. We are going to unpack all of that, but please click subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any of our GH updates and news. So this week, we have Dex Heller facing a gun to the face because Sonny Corinthos is certain that he is the inside man taking cash payoffs to inform on him to the man that wants Sonny dead. This is the same guy that orchestrated weapons being stolen from the WSB that he's using to take out other mob bosses in a string of assassinations. Sonny is not the only target. Jagger Cates revealed when he came back to Port Charles working the case that there have been other shootings on other bosses. Brick got suspicious when he saw Dex flashing that platinum credit card at the Savoy, but I think he already had his eye on the young man. I mean, Dex has certainly moved up pretty fast in Sonny's organization since he arrived on the scene in 2022. To be fair, Dex generally follows all of Sonny's orders, even ones he knows are not a good idea, like when Sonny told him to kill Cyrus Renault in General Hospital after Sonny beat him. It was a bad idea, but Dex went to do it, even knowing he could be arrested. He actually is loyal in his own weird, disloyal way. Once Brick dug into Dex's finances, he found that offshore account. This seems to be the account where Michael Corinthos was sending bonuses, because he mentioned a payment back a while ago and then another payment right before the Puerto Rico shooting. But I also know that I think Michael has been paying him monthly to spy/sabotage/report back. And some of you have talked about it in the comments, and I've been thinking back, and I do think that he was paying him under the table, maybe in cash, off the record. I don't even remember anything about this offshore account, so I feel like this offshore account is a retcon, that it's something that they just recently invented to basically create a paper trail between Michael and Dex. So I'm not clear exactly how Dex qualified for a platinum credit card, because working for a mob boss and getting illegal payments from him is not exactly the kind of thing that shows up on your resume or your credit report as verifiable income. Nonetheless, Brick found the accounts, and he told Sonny. Before he even name-dropped Dex to Sonny, the mob boss guessed that it was his youngest associate, and then Sonny decided to pick up Dex, drive him out to the middle of nowhere so he could shoot him in the face and bury him in a hole in the woods. Very Sopranos. I thought it was pretty funny when Sonny held up Dex's phone and wanted him to unlock it, and instead he erased it. Clearly, Dex is smarter than Sonny, at least when it comes to technology. That made me laugh. So without the confirming information, Sonny could not see who made the transfers. He could only assume the worst. And Dex, for some stupid reason, decided it was worth the risk to his life to cover for Sonny's adopted son, Michael. I mean, it would kind of make sense if he thought Sonny might kill Michael over this. But Dex knows no matter how mad Sonny gets at his son, he's not gonna kill him. The one kid of his he did try to kill, Dante, that was only done because he didn't know that was his son. Worst case scenario, the truth comes out of Dex's mouth and Sonny would have been annoyed at Michael. But he wouldn't have shot him in the face like he was threatening to do to Dex. So just as he was about to put a cap in his young associate, Carly Spencer, of course, shows up, as one does, to the site where you do mob business and dispose of bodies. And she stopped her ex-husband from killing Dex. And then she lied and tried to cover for Michael by saying Dex was working for her to protect him from himself, basically. Sonny smelled that lie from a mile away. It was kind of funny when he called her out and said, "You were too broke to be paying him." I thought that was pretty funny. So yeah, he's well aware she did not have the funds to bankroll Dex to spy on him. So Sonny figured out pretty quick that she was covering for Michael. And then Carly should have just, I don't know, kept 80% of the lie going and said, oh, Michael just, was paying him to keep you safe. But instead, it all came out. It all came out that Dex had originally been there to sabotage him, turn him over to the feds. And then later, they flipped the script to protect him. That right there should save Dex's life, but should not save his job. Sonny's got to fire him. You can't let a traitor stick around, even if they decided against putting a knife in your back. Plus, Dex should be scared to work for Sonny right about now. And because all the other guys have seen these accusations, it's a mess. So as the Wednesday, February 14th episode of General Hospital ended, Sonny drove away from the scene where he almost murdered Dex. He was spitting mad about his ex-wife and adopted son's betrayal. And I really think this could change everything between him and Nina. Yes, I'm circling back to Nina now. In fact, Carly even tried to dredge up Nina's name and tried to somehow blame this on Nina. No. She was trying to say she couldn't trust him when he was with her, basically tried to justify the spying and lying by saying Sonny's too far gone because he was with Nina. Sonny called her out on that crap right away. The bottom line was Carly wasn't the one that recruited and hired Dex to take down Sonny and send him to prison. That was Michael, and he did it because he hated the fact that Sonny chose Nina over Carly. So as Sonny's driving away from the scene of the almost murder, he was thinking about the last conversation he had with Michael about Nina. And I wonder if Sonny thinks Michael was lying to his face again, because he knows Michael's been lying to his face for, almost 2 years now about Dex. Remember, Sonny asked Michael how he'd feel if he decided to reconcile with Nina. Mikey said he was cool with it. He just wants his dad to be happy. So the big deal about this confession out in the woods is that it makes Michael and Carly, and also Willow by association, who knew the secret, all look pretty sketchy, all look like they've been betraying him. Clearly, Michael did betray Sonny in an awful way. He stopped, but that doesn't change what he planned to do. The intent was there. While Carly and Willow, were mostly just keeping secrets, they weren't actively betraying him. And when Carly found out, she was like, shut this down. You're not going to do this to your dad. And that had Michael changing Dex's assignment from spy, trying to send him to prison, to spy, trying to protect him. So what I mean by Carly doing Nina a huge favor is I think Nina is about to look a whole lot better by comparison in Sonny's eyes, because he knows Carly and Nina were already at each other's throats, and he does know the pain of being kept away from your child because it happened to him with Dante. It happened to him for a while with Christina. And if you don't remember, Carly was key to him not finding out initially that Christina was his daughter. Carly also kept Spencer away from his rightful dad, Michael away from his rightful dad. This is not Carly's first lying about who a kid's parents are rodeo. She's kind of a repeat offender. If you've been watching General Hospital for as long as I have, this is not her first rodeo about lying about biological parents. So I do think to some extent that Nina might get some sympathy from Sonny about this now that he's kind of turning on Carly. Before this big reveal out in the Pine Barrens, I think Sonny saw Nina as the only traitor in his life, the only one who had betrayed him. And she basically betrayed him with lies of omission, because her SEC call never intended to hurt him or put him at risk. It was just her slapping at Carly out of anger. And it was petty and it was awful. I don't think Nina really thought that Carly would go to jail. She was surprised when prison was even brought up. I think she was thinking probation, some kind of financial slap. She was just being a big old bee, and she didn't really think it through. And I don't think she thought prison was going to happen. I just think she wanted to cause Carly problems. But Michael was very intent on seeing his father behind bars for the rest of his life. And Carly telling Sonny the whole entire truth could, I think, open the door to a reconciliation between him and Nina. I don't think he's going to like these little reindeer games she's playing, sabotaging Crimson Magazine, so we'll see how it goes. But I really think this Dex and Michael Michael and Carly reveal could change how Sonny sees Nina and have him thinking about her and seeing her in a more positive light just by stacking up all the betrayers in his life and deciding who's worse, who's better, you know? Let me know what you think in the comments. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and definitely come back soon because we are here talking General Hospital 7 days a week. And as always, this is Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.